Whew. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyle, and if you're new here, this is a place where we geek out about vinyl records, music, movies, and media. And today we're going to be diving deep into a well. We're going to be exploring Kacey Musgraves' Deeper Well on vinyl. See what I did there? And this album came out on March 15th of 2024, the day before my birthday. Thanks, Kacey. And between the beautiful cover, the creamy translucent vinyl, and the scented, yes, scented sleeve, this album is a feast for the senses. So let's drop the needle on it and get started. Okay, as always, we're going to start with the album artwork, and this cover is giving really chill and tranquil vibes, which is perfect for this album. Kacey is looking right down the barrel of the camera with a welcoming look of serenity on her face. Either that or she's stoned, which is definitely a possibility. She's holding a crimson clover in her one hand, and her hair is blowing gently in the breeze. Her makeup looks really clean and natural, and she's wearing a really cozy looking knitted cardigan. And a special feature is that the title of the album is actually embossed on the album cover, which gives a nice little moment of texture, and that's always much appreciated. So the cover and the gatefold photos were both taken at the Farm and Fiddle in Tennessee, and they were photographed by Kacey's sister, Kelly Christine Sutton, who actually also did the album artwork for her album Golden Hour. And then when we open up the gatefold, we get this really nice picture of Kacey on the farm walking among a gaggle of geese, which is something you would definitely not see me doing because geese are fucking assholes that will attack you at any opportunity. Canadian viewers, you can back me up on this, but hopefully she came out of it unscathed. So as I mentioned, the version of the vinyl that we're talking about today is the cream-colored translucent vinyl, and here it is. Ooh. Now if you're looking at the album with just the plain eye, it looks like it's just an off-white clear vinyl, but actually when you hold it up to the light, you can see a lot of swirls in the pressing that evoke the idea of looking at clouds or ripples in water, which just further heightens the dreamy quality that this album delivers. So if that weren't enough, the sleeve that the album comes housed in is actually specially scented for the release as well. So I don't know if there's a cologne of this scent, but it's really nice and I would love to buy it. So I actually did some digging online on the interwebs because all the sticker on the vinyl said was that it is KM and Boy Smells Deeper Well scented sleeve. So that didn't give me much information. So I looked it up online, and the fragrance is also called Deeper Well, and it's actually the scent of a special edition candle that Kacey created with a company called Boy Smells. I guess they do scented candles. And, of course it's sold out. Because I'm not allowed to have nice things. The description on the website says, quote, "Our newest collab with Grammy Award-winning artist Kacey Musgraves is a sound-to-scent inner nature. Earthy gourmand notes of mushroom accords and raspberry activate wet patchouli." That's surprising because I don't usually like patchouli. While eucalyptus, sage, and lavender infuse a soft, fresh comfort. It says here, it's airy but grounded, sky and dirt. That's interesting because I just said that the actual vinyl looks like clouds, and the cover photo is her surrounded by grass, dirt, so there's those two elements. A symbol for your ruthless reaching for something better. Deeper Well is being brave enough to leave the shallow in search of wiser waters. Okay. So now I'm going to look up to see if it's available anywhere else and if it's worth it to buy. So let me check on that. Okay, so I did read a couple of reviews on the candle, and some people on Reddit were saying that the candle is actually really overpowering scent-wise. But then some people were saying it was really nice. So I could probably see how the scent that's on this sleeve could be overpowering if it's concentrated in a candle. But the limited amount that's sprayed on the sleeve, it smells okay to me. So, you know, I could maybe just rub it on my pulse points with the fucking sleeve instead. So yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, let's talk about some of the song highlights of the album. Now, as usual, I'm not going to touch on every single song, but just my personal highlights and lowlights. So let's start with track number 1, Cardinal. I love the acoustic guitar on this song and the dreamlike harmonies in the chorus and the bridge. It gives this song a really hypnotic sound, which is, I think, perfect for an opening track. Lyrically, she's singing about a visit from a cardinal on a day after unexpectedly losing a friend, unfortunately. And she wonders if this visit is meant to be an omen, as cardinals are known symbolically to represent change, and some people believe them to be messengers or angels. And she asks, a question. Are you bringing me a message from the other side? Are you telling me I'm on somebody's mind? And I think we've all had those moments at any given time after the loss of a loved one where we see things or we hear things that remind us of that person. It could be something as small as a time of day. It could be an object or even a song that they used to love, and we wonder if this is a coincidence or if it is a message that they're trying to send us. So I love that Kacey even questions her own thoughts, wondering if the cardinal is just there waiting and watching for spring like a cardinal would normally do, or does it have some kind of magic to bring? Is it really bringing her a message from the other side? So the writing of the lyrics is very relatable, and I wanted to point out that the opening instrumentation of the song sounds a lot like the guitar opening on California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas, so I really like that. That makes me smile, and I'm hoping that maybe one day we'll even get a mashup of the two on a concert tour, because I would just love that. And the next song I want to talk about is the title track, Deeper Well, and the Saturn Returns theme is very prevalent on this album, and this is really where it starts. It seems like after her last album, Starcross, which was her divorce album, she's been doing some soul searching and removing negative habits and people from her life and trying to find more of an inner peace within herself. And she mentions that the habits and the people that she's cutting off served their purpose for the time that she needed them, but she's gotten to a point where she's just outgrown them now and has to focus on new chapters. So one of my favorite lyrics of the song is, "When I was growing up, we had what we needed. Shoes on our feet, but the world was as flat as a plate, and that's okay. The things I was taught only took me so far, had to figure the rest out myself." It's so true. Sometimes the only way to learn to deal with things in life is to experience them yourself, good or bad, and decide for yourself if they serve you in the end. Your parents can only prepare you so much for the outside world, and the rest you have to make your own decisions. I also wanted to point out that there's a sonic quality to the song that I love, and it's a synth sound that appears usually between the chorus and the verse, and it sounds like the sound of pennies being dropped into a well, and I just thought that was a really smart detail. And now I want to talk about the song Sway, because I love this song so much. This song is probably my favorite song on the album. The song radiates a sense of beauty and tranquility, and it perfectly is captured by this gentle guitar strumming and this subtle pulsing beat of the drum throughout the song. And I love that the harmonies seamlessly mirror the sentiment of the song, creating this soothing, almost hypnotic effect, especially with the harmonies at the end in the a cappella section. The lyrics, they really encourage a mindset of resilience, suggesting that, like a palm tree in the wind, we can learn to sway with life's challenges rather than being knocked down by them. And that is a lesson that I have to remind myself of every day because I do suffer from panic attacks, anxiety, depression, all of that, like most of the world does. And, it's just having that moment of reflection and just saying, have a little grace with yourself. Allow yourself to be bent by these situations but not broken by them. And so there's a quiet strength in the song's simplicity, and it builds to this, like I said, gorgeous a cappella ending. And the power of the message is just left to resonate even deeper and wash over you. And it's a great blend of vulnerability and empowerment, in my opinion. So again, kudos to you, Kacey, because this is a great one. The next song I want to touch on is track number 3, Too Good to Be True. And on this one, Kacey actually interpolates the song Breathe 2 a.m. by Anna Nalick, and she gives her a credit in the production notes. The lyrics of this one explore the vulnerability that comes with entering a new relationship, expressing the fear of getting hurt again, but also the hope that opening up might lead to something real. So it's a really raw, introspective track that captures the delicate balance between wanting to protect your heart and the desire to experience love without fear. So I think my favorite lyrics on this song are when she says, "Please don't make me regret opening up that part of myself that I've been scared to give again." So given that Kacey just had a divorce, and it sounds like it's been a year since her divorce that she's exploring this new relationship, everybody can relate to that sense of, wanting things to go well and hoping that things go well in your new relationship, but being very scared to put yourself fully out there because the last time you did it, it didn't work out so well. And we all have that vulnerability, and we don't want to go through that kind of pain as much as it helps us grow sometimes. So again, she's talking about really relatable content. I'm actually surprised this song wasn't included on Star-Crossed, because it really could have fit in there maybe towards the end of the album, but it works perfectly here too. And now we're on to track 10, The Architect. And this one is one of those simple but beautiful songs that seem to be all that we're getting on this album, but I am here for it. She delivers an ethereal lullaby-like track with airy production that feels almost dreamlike. The song questions whether there's a higher power behind the natural beauty and wonders of the world, or if things simply exist by chance. Things as small as an apple, beautiful but complex. She reflects on the intricacies of life, and she wonders if there's a grand design at play, or, is everything just a result of happenstance? And then I love at the very end of the song where she has that one little lingering question, is there an architect? She's asking the whole song, can I speak to the architect? Because I have these questions about life and these questions about, the grand scheme of things. And in the end, she ends up questioning whether an architect or a higher power even exists. So I like the juxtaposition at the very end of the song. And on to the lowlights of the album, which, trust me, there aren't many. The only ones that really stand out as lowlights for me upon my last listen were Heart of the Woods, which is track number 8. And this song, there's nothing wrong with this song, it just doesn't grab me as much as the other songs on this album, production-wise and lyrically. So that's the only reason I'm putting it in lowlights. The other song is Lonely Millionaire, which is track number 11. This song just sounds... it's got an R&B feel, which I actually pretty much enjoy, but the lyrical content is just something that I've heard before. Not that she doesn't have other songs on this album that I've heard this kind of content before, but This one, it's just not adding anything new or anything groundbreaking to the mix, so that's the only reason I'm putting it in Lowlights. And the last song is the song Anime Eyes, and this is a fun song. It's a nice uplifting song, which we need after the song before it, which is called Heaven Is, which is a beautiful love song. It's one of those wedding songs, dedicated to the person you're madly in love with and your partner for life and that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And Anna My Eyes, it just gives, a nice bit of levity to the album, which is much appreciated, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like it belongs on this album. It sounds like it would have actually been more fitted to maybe Star-Crossed or Golden Hour. So again, that's the only reason I'm putting it on Lowlights is I don't feel like it fits the themes of this album. So what's the final verdict on Deeper Well? I think I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10. Musically, most of the songs are very chill, but there are enough special moments in each song to keep my attention throughout. Also, the overall album is very introspective, but it's not overly heavy, so it makes for a really nice, soothing listening experience. Plus, the scented sleeve is just an added bonus, so, I think that's something a lot more artists should consider doing. Well, that's it for today's deep dive. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future reviews. Do you guys own this album at home? If so, what's your favorite song on the album? And if you own the scented candle, let me know how that is in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and as always, keep spinning those records. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!